Thanks for tuning in to Proline TV's PGA Tour coverage for the CJ Cup Byron Nelson event. Fresh off of a team event that we did not cover last week and we will never cover. Happy for Ben Griffin and Andrew Novak to get their first PGA Tour wins. But no, that's not really – it'll make him feel good. Legitimately, that's a PGA Tour win, but no, they don't get the proper points, and it doesn't matter with the world rankings, and it's a team event. So, no, Andrew Novak and Ben Griffin need to go out there and prove they can win a PGA Tour event on their own. But other than that, congratulations to them. It was a fun tournament for them, I'm sure. Ben Griffin had a huge putt. Maybe that'll help his game. Even though he's been playing well this year, as has Novak, that they just got to figure out a way to get their first singles win. And I think it's coming. Again, I predicted in the beginning of the season on our prediction show that Novak would break that maiden this year. He's come close several times. I still think he's going to do it. I just hope this wasn't it. Same thing with Ben Griffin. Because I'll tell you what, I think Ben Griffin could have been a good pick this week. Now, no. I don't think he's winning 2 PGA Tour events in 2 weeks. I just don't think that that's going to happen. But hey, look, that's the team event. I know some people like it. I don't. I'd rather have that right after the Masters, to tell you the truth. The Masters, you get a hangover. But I know logistically, because of wherever he is, and I get it. I understand it. But hey, we've got a full field to talk about this week. So let's go ahead and get right to it. This is the Fantasy National fantasy model that we use. And so here it is. This is what we have for the CJ Cup Byron Nelson. And we're always going to start with the last 24 rounds. So we're going to go over exactly why we decided to go over these specific stats for this week's event. Meanwhile, let's pop them up. All right. So the key stats would be right here. You've got birdies are going to come into play. No question about it. This is one of the easiest golf courses on the PGA Tour. It's going to be fully renovated next year. Unfortunately, not this year. So we're going to get another birdie fest. So you better hit a lot of birdies. I'm going to throw in greens and regulations and strokes gained approach. Also, par 5 is going to be very important because they're very easy. And this is where you're going to get a lot of birdies and also some eagles. Long irons over 200 is going to be important because there's going to be a lot of those shots this week based on the way that the holes are configured. So a lot of those in the bag this week. Those are my outrights, and those are the courses that we feel are the most similar. These are the ones that we are going to take a look at along with the players this week and the stats and try to find a winner. And I believe we've hit 2 out of the last 4. Including, of course, Rory's win in the Masters a couple of weeks ago. So let's see if we can make it 2 straight because double doesn't count. All right, so let's see what we have here. What we're going to do is go over what these stats represent and also with the rankings and the players. Look, Scotty Scheffler, I think he's, 3-1 in this event. And we've talked about this before. We are not going to take Scotty Scheffler. First of all, it's hard for me to take, and for a lot of us handicappers, it's really tough to take Scotty Scheffler at these odds, even when he's playing well. My question is, if he's on top of his game, are these odds really going to be that much lower? I don't think so. So we're not getting a break here with the odds from Scotty. He was not playing his best golf. He's still a great player. He's going to be at the top of the leaderboard all weekend probably, or at least 3 out of the 4 rounds. He's going to be there at the end, and maybe he even wins. But keep in mind, he's played this event 3 times, even though he has a cumulative score of 50 under par. He's only had 1 top 10. That was his 5th place finish a couple of years ago. And overall, his putting, really, if you take a look at it, it's what has let him down. It really is, because the model that we've talked about, just briefly, the model is really good for Scotty. As you can see here, look at this. That's why he's first, but not putting. The putter has been killing him, and that's what's holding him back. Can he break out this week? Of course we know he can, but at 3-1, do you really want to bet on Scotty Scheffler right now? I mean, I just can't do it. Again, I hardly ever do it at 3-1. I just don't think this is the week to do it yet. And let's see if we can find some better options. Now, the second choice, or even like the third or the fourth or the fifth choices, we are not going to go with this week. If you could just pop up the odds here. Spieth is just, there's still something off on his game. I wanted to take him this week. I think he is a good play. I think he's a top 10 guy. I really do. Maybe even a top 5. But the putter has kind of still been inconsistent so far. The model is nice. It's working for him. He's got a second place finish here, ninth place finish here, but he did miss the cut here last year coming in. I know he's in better shape mentally and physically, but I just also can't take Jordan as the second choice right now when I've got better options. Okay, but and Pendrith is the defending champ, of course, but this is really where we're going to start making our picks, right around here. So let me pop back up to the model here. And our top pick overall is going to be Sam Burns. Now, the thing with Sam, though, which is not what you want to see, because look at this. This is the backwards end of the model, the backwards players. Well, that's where Sam Burns is. All right. Now, keep in mind, this is over 24 rounds. So not the last few tournaments. But what I really like about Sam is not what happened 24 rounds ago or even 12 rounds ago. I like what's been happening just recently. He's coming up a 13th place finish at Heritage. If you look at it too, in his last 12 rounds, his putter is second in our model. Of course, this is going to be bent grass greens, and he is second in that model over the last 12 rounds. Also very interesting. He's played here twice. He missed the cut in 2021. He had come into that event, I think he missed the cut at the Masters. The year before that, his first attempt here, he finished in second place, 22 under par. He came into the event after the win at the Valspar. So as you can see, the 2 times he's played here, it's dictated how he's playing coming in, and why not? It's an easy golf course. So if you look at it, is that his best result in a while? The 13th place coming in. He's got the hot putter, or at least a putter that's been doing a little bit better than recently. And I'm looking for a little bit of a, and the other thing too is he's in the last 12 rounds. I'm not going to pop it here, but over the last 12 rounds, he is second in birdies, okay, in birdies gained. So you've got the last 12 rounds, second in putter, last 12 rounds, second in birdies gained. He's coming into a birdie fest. He's playing his best golf in a while. And he's also on the similar courses. He was 10th at Canada last year and 10th at Pebble. All right, so that's our top pick. We are also going to take Siwoo Kim. And why not go with Siwoo? Siwoo is coming off that really good run at Heritage. Unfortunately, did not play well on Sunday. But look, that's the way it is. Okay, so with Siwoo, here's one key factor, and let's just be plain and simple. I think this is important. He's South Korean. All right, and the reason I bring that up is not because I want to go down, one of those identity roles, but because of the fact that at this golf course, you have had 4 winners, and one winner who won the first 2 at this golf course, K.H. Lee, South Korean. Also interesting, the CJ Group, they hosted the event. Don't forget, they also hosted the event where? South Korea. And we're going to get into not just the South Korean angle, but the international angle, because the international angle is important with playing players this week. And it also correlates to the golf courses we talked about. Because if you look at it, Hamilton Golf Club, Golf and Country Club in 2024 and 2019, when they played in the Canadian Open, both won by internationals. Pebble Beach, 2 of the last 3 winners, internationals. Then you have Shriners, 4 of the last 5 won by internationals, including 2 from South Korea, winning 3 times because Tom Kim won twice. And the Rocket Mortgage Classic won by an Aussie last year. So, and that's Cameron Davis, who also was one of our picks. So a lot of international flavor here with the similar courses and this particular course as well. Okay, so again, Siwoo is going to be on the list. He was 13th here last year, second the year before that. And again, he's starting to play better. The putter's been doing okay as well. Next up, matter of fact, let me just move this over here so it's out of your way. Okay. Next up is going to be Mackenzie Hughes. And we took Hughes a few times lately, and I really feel good the way his game is going right now. If you look at Hughes, overall, the model, not good right now, as far as sort of like Sam Burns. Okay. He's 89th here. All right. Look at this. Nothing great. But if you look at it in the last 12 rounds, he's up to 34th as far as the model's concerned. And over the last 12 rounds, he's third in putting as far as the model's concerned. And that's because he's starting to play better. In his last two events, he's finished third and 10th, including the very, solid third at the Heritage. He's also finished fourth at the Procure last year, seventh in Canada last year. So that's good. He's played here the last 2 years with a 30 under par combined score. So I think this is a really good time to take Mackenzie Hughes. Next up is going to be Jaeger. If you look at Jaeger, he is 9th in our model. So it's nice for us to get someone that's really in the top 10. It's been a while. But look at this, 5th here, 3rd in birdies gained. That's important. So that's solid. He was 20th last year, 11th the year before that. He's played here 3 times, combined 49 under par, 5th at the Rocket Mortgage in 2022, 9th in 2023, solid in Canada in 2019. He does have 3 top 15s on the year and a top 5. And we know he's close. We really do. He's got the international flavor. So I think this might be a good week to take Stephen Jaeger. We're also going to go with Jake Knapp and Taylor Moore. Knapp was 8th last year here. And if you look at it, he's also in the picture. He is right here at 16th. And look at that. 5th in birdies gained is also a nice little touch there. Of course, he had a good week last week, almost won the competition. So he's coming in feeling good about himself. The putter's been also acting pretty solid. 8th here last year in his only appearance at 19 under par. Taylor Moore is another one of our picks. He finished, he was 32nd in 2022 in his only appearance, 16 under par. He's 5th in the model. So let's take a look at Taylor Moore. That's right. Now we're really cooking. There's Taylor Moore, 5th in the model. Look at that. And that's really good, obviously, for what we're looking for. He's also 1st in birdies. If you look at it over, that's over the last 4. So he's coming in red hot as far as birdies gained. It's a perfect time to be red hot coming in here. And he also has a couple of good finishes at the Rocket Mortgage. That's actually been a good event for Taylor. He's got 3 top 10s and a top 5, 4th in 2023. So Taylor Moore and Jake Knapp at 55-1 are going to be part of our equation. Also, we've got Eric Cole at 60-1. And if you take a look at Eric, he played here a couple of years ago. He was 23rd. The model overall, not that great. He's all the way down here at 85th. Okay. But if you look at it, even though he was 85th over the last 24 rounds, he's starting to play better. He was in a bad way for a while. It's the 85th. But in his last 4 events on the tour, all top 30s, 3 top 20s, and 2 top 15s. And if you look at it, the model makes sense. In his last 12 rounds, he's now up to 13th. And in his last 4 rounds, he's 2nd in the model. So he's getting hot right now. The one thing that is not hot is the putter. So I'd keep an eye on that. But he also has solid showings at Shriners, the Fortinet, Rocket Mortgage, and really good play at Pebble Beach over several seasons. So Eric Cole, another one of our players on the list. And then we have our last 3 long shots: Echeverria, Cameron Davis, and Alejandro Tosti. And as far as these long shots, this is where we just, hey, you know what? Maybe we get lucky. One of these long shots has a good showing, and it helps us to hedge our bets too. For instance, Echeverria. What I like about Echeverria is that, and really Cam Davis, you got a couple of guys who have multiple wins on tour, and you're getting 100-1. Echeverria, meanwhile, not really looking all that good here, and 97th as far as the model is concerned. So that's on the negative side. But he is coming in with a hotter putter. So the putter's working for him over the last 4 rounds. And he was 24th here last year at 15 under par. His 2 PGA wins were both in the 20s under par. That's what he's going to have to do here this week. This is really about a bargain number more than anything. Same thing with Cam Davis. Because if you look at Cam Davis, he's got the 2 wins where? Rocket Mortgage, one of our correlated courses. And he was, let's see, he played here back in 2019, but that was before the switch to this TPC Craig Ranch. So he has never played on this course. The model's 39th. Throw the model up here for Cam Davis. There he is. So Cam Davis in 39th. His best right there is birdies all the way to the right. And Cam Davis is just one of those players that is not really going to trend for weeks, or he's just one of these players that comes out and just wins, and then just kind of disappears again. That's just Cam Davis. So it's a shot in the dark kind of pick, but you've got the 2 wins at Rocket Mortgage. You also have a 5th at Pebble this year. He's got good showings at the Fortinet, at the Shriners. So he's really good at these courses, and he's never played this one yet. So I think he's going to be good this week. Let's take advantage of that 100-1 number. And then Toasty, we'll take a look at him because he's really been hot lately. He's 53rd in the model. There he is. And Toasty has finished 2nd, 12th, and 5th in his last 3 events on the PGA Tour. So that's really solid. Better than he's ever played. He missed a cut here, though, last year at 5 under par. The model, by the way, has been getting better. It was 53rd here, but in the last 12 rounds, he's up to 20th. The putter is kind of what's holding him back. If he had a better, hotter putter, he probably would have won one of those last 3 events. So that's the thing that's keeping him back. But once again, I'm getting a big number on a hot player. I'm going to go ahead and take him. And those are the players that we are going to go with this week. Now, I'm just going to throw, before we wrap it up, I'm going to throw a few more little things at you, including some other players that you probably should keep an eye on, because I can't take everybody, but there are some players that nearly made the grade. Okay, so let's see. Out of all the players that we were really thinking of going with but didn't, let's see, who should we throw in there first? Matt Wallace, international player, 4th here last year at 20 under par. He's trending in the right direction, 12th last time out. If you look at it, the model is 12th in the last 4 rounds. So he's coming in hot, as I mentioned. And he played here really strongly last year. He's got 12 pro wins. I mean, this is a guy that has a lot of, he's got a lot of experience in winning events. And this is, even though he's got 1 PGA win, this is a player that I think has more PGA Tour wins ahead of him, few more. So I like the number as well. It's about 65, 70 to 1. So Matt Wallace was somebody that I almost went with. Also, Hasutsune, Rio Hasutsune. I think his odds dropped, though, something like 55 to 1 or something. And I preferred his odds about 70, but he was 13th here last year. And he's got 3 top 20s in his last 4, including 2 top 5s. The problem is his putter has not really been all that great. And that's really what's holding him back. The model is really good for Hasutsune. He's 10th here on the model. Okay. Unfortunately, that's over 24 rounds. He's 76th in the last 4. So there's some good things to like, though, about him. No question about it. But I just decided against going with Hasutsune right there at the end. Also, a couple of more. Victor Perez, keep an eye on him. 100 to 1 shot. He's playing here for the first time. And his putter has been going pretty strongly. 19th over the last 12 rounds. 34th in the model. If you can see here with Victor Perez. And Brady actually took him about a month ago. So this is a player we both like. Once again, international flavor too. Joel Damon. I think Joel Damon is the one to keep an eye on. 21st in the model. 14th in putting in the last 4 rounds. So that's a good combination. 62nd here last year, 8 under par. Nothing great. But he's got 3 top 10s on the year and runner-up at Punta Cana. That was a bad runner-up because he really choked it at the end. But he's been playing good golf, and you're getting a big number at 100-1 for Joel Damon. And I think that's just about it. Those are the other players that we were looking at that I think you should look at. Meanwhile, as we close out here, the weather's going to be fine. It's not going to be a big issue. Again, the course is one of the easiest on PGA Tour, so the scoring is going to be incredibly high. So just get used to that. And as far as live wagering, it's not a come-from-behind event. So if you look at it, all 4 winners started in the top 10 after round 1. They began the weekend in the top 10. They began the final round in the top 10. And matter of fact, the farthest back a winner started the final round was just 4 shots. So that's not surprising because it's an easy golf course and it's very hard to come from behind when everybody is basically knocking down birdies. Thanks for tuning in to our coverage here on the PGA Tour and Proline TV. And don't forget, we're going to have live Kentucky Derby coverage coming up tonight at 8 o'clock. Looking forward to that with John Hardoon. And we'll be back again next week. Hopefully, we're going to do this on a Monday. I've been trying to get this going on a Monday. But with the NFL draft, our schedule just got knocked out once again. But hopefully, we'll see you again next Monday. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, obviously in the comments section. Please subscribe. That's the best way to follow us, obviously. And let us know what's on your mind. Like the video, share the video. All that stuff really helps us out as well. And again, good luck this week. We'll see you next time.